Okay, so my name is Thais, and today I'll be teaching you a little bit about some basic functions of Excel, like or, if, and we'll also be doing a pivot table. So for this example, I will represent a film director. So I'm a film director, and my ideal candidate will be doing the job within $35, which is within my budget. It's a female character that can work on the weekends, because that's only on the weekends that I'm free of homework and work. So for that, let's use the formula OR. So the formula OR, it's kind of logical functions to test the multiple conditions. So because my computer is in another language, instead of OR, I would type the function O, which means or in Portuguese. So basically what I want to know is that if gender it's equal female, or if the pay is less or equal $35, and if this superhero can work on the weekends, therefore I can consider them as a candidate. So that means that this superhero named Thor, I don't know if you know him, anyway, he's kind of famous. He is either a female, no. He's either within my $35 budget, no. Or he can work on the weekends, yes. So because of that, I'm considering him. I just have to come back here real quick. At 4, it's not, at 5, it's not working for me. So I have to freeze this, so that way I can drag down, and now I know all the ones. Verdadeiro means true, false, it's falso. So those are all the people that I can potentially hire. So now I want to use the formula if. So if we'll be looking at only one criteria, and in this case I will be one very important criteria for me is my budget, which is only $35. So what I want to know is, for all the superheroes, which one of them are within the $35 my budget, right? So for that, I'm going to be using the formula if, that in Portuguese it's se. So what I want to know is if this is less, less is the other one, less or equal $35. So, and if it is, that means that they are within my budget. If not, that means they are over budget. Let's see. That means that they are over budget. So let me just go back here real quick and freeze that. Oops. And oops, that one too. What did I do? Over budget. I hope that's correct. Oh, okay, I'm missing the little dollar value. What? Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, yeah, that's correct. So only this ones are within my budget. Let's go back and see, and that makes sense because my budget's only 35, and that's correct. So now I want to know if I can hire then. So here we see that yes, we can potentially hire, but now that's the only one that are within my budget, and now I want to know if they can work on the weekends, basically. So the formula AND will basically bring us more than one criteria. Remember how the if could only evaluate only one criteria, so the AND will bring more than one. So for that, I'm gonna mix two different formulas, with that are the if and in Portuguese it's e. So for that, let's do something that I cannot remember, but let me find here. So I guess I want to know if should I hire, it's equal, oops, no, we're not going to look at that one. If the status here, it's equal within budget, And if the gender, right, equals female, and if the person can work on weekends, therefore I can hire. Sorry, somebody tried to call me, so I have to start again. So as I was mentioning, now we have a very large pool of the people that we can hire here. Now we know if they're over budget or within the budget. Now I'm going to be using the formula AND, which will bring us a second criteria of logical functions. So basically, I'm going to be using the formula if with AND. So if in Portuguese it's se, and I will build the AND formula as well. So now I'm going to look into all the most important criteria for me. So let's just start with budget. So I want to know if the status is within the budget, and if this person can work on the weekends, and if their gender is female or is female, I'm not sure. Therefore, this person could be higher. If not, this person should not be higher. Awesome. So we're saying that for Thor, he cannot be hired because he's not a female under 35 bucks that can work on the weekends. So let me just go back here and freeze the formula real quick so I can drag down. And there we have a no. And with that in mind, the only yes we have is for Black Widow. So she's the only female that we can pay less than $35 and that is within our budget and can work on the weekends. So that's awesome. So another way to look at this data is just by doing a pivot table. And how we do that is we'll have to select everything. Before that, I feel like I just have to explain what pivot table is, which is a table of statistics that they will basically summarize all the data and they will kind of build. Awesome. So with that information that we had, as you see, we manually did, we calculate all the little criterias. Now I want to build a pivot table, which is basically a table of statistics that will summarize all the data and will create like an extended table. Basically, that's what it is. So with that in mind, we just have to select all the data that we have and we go to insert pivot table, and then I want that on a new tab that's right here, and here I will have this new tab with all the information that I need. Here I will have some filters, columns, and rows, I guess, and values. So remember from my first time, what I wanted to know is I wanted to hire somebody who was a female that could work on the weekends and could work for less than 35 bucks. So how I can do that, I can filter. So my filters are basically gender, because I need a female and somebody who can work on the weekends. For my row, I want their names. And for values, I need to know the pay. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm just compiling all the data in only one place. So then I can go by filter. Oh, another interesting thing here, when you go to values, you can change the settings if you need like an average or sum. In my case, I just put the standard sum. So I go to gender, and again, what do I need? Female, because my opening is only for a female that are willing to work on the weekends. Therefore, I have the Black Widow that when you come back to my original calculation, that was the only one that could work. So that's pivot tables or if and function for you. Bye. Okay, so welcome to my channel. Just kidding, I don't have a channel. Now for this last session, I just want to do the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP that in Portuguese are proc C and proc V. So I just want to apply that to my spreadsheet. So basically, let's start with a VLOOKUP, which will look up in a table. So this is my table that will go in this table and that will find the data that I need. So in this example, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find the name. So VLOOKUP in Portuguese, instead of VLOOKUP, it's proc C. Oops, let's do it here. So let's type proc C to understand the value that we're looking for. So based on the name, I want to know how popular this character is. So bam, well, it says that like no results came back, which makes sense because what I have to do is I have to type here. Let's say that I would type Mantis. Therefore, she is a for popularity. So that makes sense. In a very similar way, we will do the HLOOKUP. That the difference is that HLOOKUP is horizontal lookup. So let's type the formula here, which is proc V. And now I want to know the gender. So again, based on the name, I want them to look it up this table over here, and I want them to give me the gender. So it would be the column 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna put 3 over here and give me gender. So Mantis, I don't even know how to say her name, is a female that it's 4 in the scale from 0 to 10, popular as well. Let's try again. Spider-Man, he is a male, number 2 in the popular. So as you can see, everything matches. This is VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP for you.